Hello there, I'm Sunil Prabhakaran and welcome to another episode of XD Creative. In this episode, I would like to talk to you about a couple of things which we have to take care while designing for elderly people. In one of my previous episodes, actually, I had mentioned about this designing for elderly people. The reason, most probably after the COVID, that's one of the area which the designers has to consider when making those designs. The reason why, because the usage of mobile as well as the other internet services by elderly people has grown much during these days. So definitely it is going to be the same way ahead too. So these are some of the simple steps which or simple points which you have to always keep it in the mind to remember. What happens with the elderly people? First of all, the vision. I mean, their eyesight might not be as good as the ordinary people. To learn something new, it will be tough for them. So consider all these points when you're designing, when your user is elderly people. So I want to mention on the couple of things. So the number one point is the usage of text and colors. Don't use contrasting colors and text together. So it will be very tough for them, or it will be very disturbing for the eyes of elderly people. For example, using a dark blue background and a light blue text. Instead of that, maybe for the dark blue background, go with a white font. The white color font will be more easy for the elderly people to read. Similarly, when you're choosing the colors for the background as well as the foreground and for the font, always make sure when you're using the text, it has to be much readable in a better font size for them to understand and read it very well. And the number two is to use more visual clues. For example, icons for search, icons in the sense not very small icons, maybe bigger images which they can easily understand by giving visual clues. And also, like when it comes to as I mentioned in the search, the one other thing is very important point. See, for example, when the search results, you can highlight the similar kind of words. You can highlight with a highlighter marker or whatever it is. So similarly, use a lot of visual clues so that they can understand things much better. The very important part is the flow. I mean, from the menu hierarchy, it has to be in such a way that when for example they want to get the address, the contact address, they will definitely go. Maybe if it is not in the main menu, they will always look into the about us. Don't give so much. Don't make them too much to think and find out. Always remember one thing: these elderly people, if they make something wrong during this process or using this application, they will be stuck there. They will not get an idea, okay, where to go back and how to start it again and all those things. So it's always better not to put them into that scenario or that situation. Similarly, using link, it's better to use better fonts or maybe highlighter, so the link highlighter colors, all those things for them to easily understand and create those links. And the most important part is, like, when you're going to make any drastic changes on the website, don't make it everything together so that the user, the elderly people, at one fine morning, it gives a kind of a panic for them, if the entire things change. Because most of them remembers things. Maybe they will write down the notes, where to click and how to go the navigation and all those things. So don't give a complete changeover and put them into a panic thing. So always make sure, always think about it when you are making changes. Give it a very slight change, and or maybe give it more visual clue for them to understand, okay, the change is there and it's easy here in this particular navigation or however it is. So always keep these points in your mind, so it will be really helpful for the elderly kind of users while using your design. Thank you very much.